Black Forest. A land rich in minerals, where dense networks of roots, trees, and branches block off just enough sunlight to provide a shadowy cover for nefarious creatures operating below. From witchcraft practicing grey dwarves, worshipping purple fires, and basking in ungodly amount of at best questionable substances, to the cartels of calcium-efficient boneheads comfortably dodging taxes from their undeclared treasures in the burial grounds below. And of course, big, angry, and stupid controls, who other than smashing objects on the surface, usually spend most of their time in solitude, indulging their gooning addiction within the comfort of their concealed caves. This resourceful biome will be the next step in my progression, so without further ado, let's get into it. Good morning, Valheim! Big day today. I have a few exciting things on my mind that I would like to do, and I am willing to pause my progression for a little bit to go on a big exploration run, to figure out what's going on the map, and most importantly, I want to find a new place to live. My shack served me well when the main objective of the game was to fight the Ektir, but World of Valheim consists of multiple different biomes, each with its own resources required for further progression. Ever since Ektir's downfall, I got most of the stuff I wanted from the meadows already, and I suspect that I'm gonna be spending most of the time around the Black Forest now, so it just makes sense to move somewhere closer, at least for convenience. However, I am willing to invest more of my time into exploration, because this is gonna be my permanent home now. So maybe I could find a place where I would have access to even more biomes somewhere in a close proximity. As I was playing the game, I noticed in the distance that there is a mountain, which is another biome, and I did scout that area when my Uber was dropping me off in Valheim in the first place. And this is a neat little area with a mountain in the north, Black Forest to the west, and meadows to the east. Could be a really neat place to live, but I didn't think much of it because of course, there is a big fucking ocean in between us. However, upon a closer inspection, I see this dark layer going along the horizon, which indicates a landmass and potential land bridge connecting these two landmasses. So maybe it's not as unrealistic to get there as I initially thought. So I down to go to explore to this side first, because this side at least shows some potential. Before I left, I made a quick stop at the shack to refresh my comfort buff. Perfect. Let me get some food. And I also picked up Ektir's power, which, when I invoke it, I will get 60% reduced stamina usage while running, which is perfect for this type of task. Hell yeah! Now let's just hope I don't get killed on the way. It would be an awfully long corpse run. I began my journey by crossing a river, and sticking to the coastline, it didn't take me long to discover my first mountain. Here is a mountain. Lovely. Well, I'm not gonna venture in just yet. I have no business there. Unless I want to get violated, which currently I don't. But I did run around the edges. These bits and pieces of snow surrounding the Fog of War. I really like the location. It's a decently sized mountain, a decent chunk of Black Forest so far, and the meadows, and it's really close to home, maybe 2 or 3 minutes away, so I really like this location, but since I'm going for an exploration run, I might as well check out what else is there to discover, and hopefully get here before I decide to which place I'm gonna commit my resources. So let's just keep going for time being. Committed to the exploration, I didn't linger for long. After all, I still wanted to evaluate my options before committing to a singular location. So I resumed my therapeutic running session that was only occasionally disrupted by the local trolls. That's a big blue man in the distance. I heard about the blue balls before, but god damn! Those troll vibes must have left these woods ages ago. Another blue man. But I need to get to the other side. Ah, screw it. I should outrun him. Hopefully it's not famous last words. And he's chasing me. He's chasing me. I'm out of stamina, I need to take a rest. Listen mate, I know that my ass is a piece of work to admire, but you don't have to chase it across the whole world, you know? He's still coming. You know what they say, there are plenty of fish in the sea. Unless all the fish looks like this. Like goddamn. Imagine waking up to this in the morning. Man alive. Maybe the trolls aren't as unreasonable as I thought. Regardless, just a little while longer and I finally arrived to the place I so far only got to admire from the distance. Well, I am here, in the promised land. Yeah, except that there isn't much land around here. I am mildly disappointed. I guess it's a case of be careful what you wish for, kind of a soft version, because, well, technically it's a triple biome split, but when it comes to meadows, I hesitate calling it biome because it's pretty much this grass patch that you see in front of me. When I'm talking about the mountain, it's no more than an ice cream with no cherry on top. It's very small, way smaller than the one I have discovered before. So even that is underwhelming, and there is black forest surrounding it, and let me tell you. In fact, let me show you. So I'm standing behind the mountain now, and it shows that this is a black forest. Well, gaze upon its magnificence. A black forest with barely a single tree inside. Yeah, this doesn't look promising. Well, okay, that's a little bit disingenuous because there is some black forest in the outskirts. However, yeah, I hesitate calling it a waste of time coming here because I wanted to get more information. And I guess I gathered enough information to know that I'm not staying here. I mean, maybe I'm doing this place a disservice because there is still a chunk of map left to discover, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm much more happy coming back to the place I discovered before, so let's just see what else is in here. I continued running what turned out to be the last part of my journey. The last piece of information I needed to have a complete understanding of the land. And apart from few more interactions with locals, listen bruh, I know I'm wet, but that's cause it's raining, not because I'm excited to see, okay? So beat it, dickhead, there are no mixed signals here. Other than that, the journey was rather quiet, and only at the very end of it, I discovered my last mountain. It took me over an hour to explore this entire landmass, and honestly I'm glad that I did, because I did found a place to live. I found another mountain right there in the distance, and it's pretty decently sized mountain, but more importantly, if I would live here, I would have access to two of them. This is the very first mountain that I have discovered, and it's really close to this another one and my home actually, so it's pretty convenient if I would want to transfer my loot as well. Also, I wanted to live by the ocean, so that's why I scouted the shorelines. This is the entire thing that I have scouted so far. I say so far, but there isn't much left to discover around here. Maybe I could discover something around here, I don't know. Doesn't matter, I'm not going down there anymore, at the moment at least. And I scouted the shorelines because I wanted to live by the ocean, because navigation is pretty big thing in this game. And my promised land turns out to be even worse now that I have enough information, because this ocean turns out to be not an ocean, more like inland sea with only a few narrow rivers leading to the real ocean. So if I would have lived here, I would have been cooked out of my access to the ocean as well. Great that I didn't settle here, but I came here as I still want to live in the meadows. Two reasons actually, because first, I find this biome aesthetically pleasing. I like the welcoming green grass, it's just so peaceful in here, I love it. And also because there aren't all that many threats. While I'm more than capable of taking care of myself, at least I didn't run into any major obstacles on my way while scouting the area. Nothing really gave me much trouble, given I wasn't finding much, like I wasn't fighting any trolls or something. I was just laser focused on getting the exploration done, so I don't know, but at the same time, the biggest threat to this area is like what? Crackies? My bee army is more than capable of taking care of those. Well, technically bees are flying, so bee Air Force? Yeah, I can dig it, I like it. Bee Air Force, nice. But yeah, crackies don't do much damage, but when a troll comes out of the forest, I am really not interested in running around and repairing my stuff. And I would be sad if that angry troll just breaks half of my house, you know what I mean? So I like this location more and it's safer, so yeah, I'm gonna figure out what exactly I wanna do now. I started with a quick trip back to the shack, as I needed to collect my crafting stations and beehives, which other than the gear I was wearing, were my most important possessions at this stage of the game. Since I wasn't gonna spend much time around shack anymore, and there wasn't a reliable way for me to carry my boars, I decided to set them free before I returned to my future home area. Upon arrival, I placed down what I could to free up some inventory space, as I knew I needed to do a farming session to stockpile enough wood for what would become my new home. Yo, so check this out, no longer am I living in a shack. I spent a couple of in-game days building this small cozy house, and I wanted to go all out and build a big mansion, but currently I have very limited access to building blueprints, pretty much all you can see, and yeah, it's very weak materials and don't give me a whole lot of options, so I decided to make a small workshop home, and for how small it is, it's extremely spacious, so I do have my bed and some comfort items in here, but look at how much storage I was able to fit in. Look at this. And it goes all the way around. I don't know, maybe it's an overkill, but I would rather have too much than not enough. You know what I mean? I have my bees on the other side of the window. And yeah, that's pretty much it. A nice roof window, something like this. I thought that it looks nice, so I made it. Overall, I am happy with how it turned out, but now I want to go hunting for some more materials. What the hell is going on in here? That's right. Don't mess with my bees. So before I got interrupted, yeah, I wanna go on a progression run. I delayed it for far too long. I want to get myself some action. I spent about 2.5 hours just exploring, a couple of in-game games, farming and building this shack. It's about time I get myself some action and get some better gear, hopefully. Since darkness has already started falling onto the land, instead of venturing out, I decided to use this time to pick up the food I had and cook it by the campfire. Despite being wholesome at first, it didn't take long before the boredom took over, and I started practicing useless skills like sneaking, to pass the time between cooking sets. But once my food was done, I got to the bed to end the evening and start the next day fresh and ready. Good morning! Except this rain could go away. Day 46, give me some more honey. I guess that rain is not going away anywhere. Well, whatever, we'll have to do. I am rested, so yeah, let's check out the Black Forest. I would like a better visibility, but maybe it's gonna get better somewhat soonish. I will eat some honey. I can pop the Ectir buff for some power. Hell yeah. Let's keep moving. Oh, you wanna fight? I'll show you what a fight looks like. Stop hiding behind the tree. Oh, okay. Well, I'm fighting him, I don't care. Alright. I tried to go through his legs, didn't work. Holy shit, that hurt. Man. Okay, maybe I should keep my distance. Can I do any damage? It doesn't look that way. Maybe now? 16. Well, okay guys, this is gonna take a while. This is fine. Okay, we missed. Missed. I'm slowly regenerating my health. Yo, Cracky, can you fuck off? I have a bigger fish to fry right now. I have an entire forest on my ass. Can he deal damage to any of these fucks? Nope. I guess he's friends with everybody. Damage, I need something more. 27. Not bad. Come on, not much left. Fuck it, I'm gonna close. Okay, maybe not. Here, fetch. Haha, got him. What is my spear now? That's the question. Give me my spear. Bunch of new recipes unlocked. Here's my spear, okay. Now, come here. He was so cool hiding behind that troll. Not so cool now, eh? My first fight with the troll was a mess. Even though I ended up victorious, I made a few stupid decisions that almost cost my life. And it didn't take me long until I realized that luck won't always be on my side to bail me out of my careless actions. My bow is about to break, I should have repaired. Ooh, I thought I could dodge that, apparently I couldn't. And I died, of course. Stupid me. Where is it? Oh my god, that's pretty far away. I'm still gonna fight that troll. Just I guess I have to use bow more often. Do I have my spear? I don't. Where is my spear? Hello? Oh no, I have it. I'm stupid. Well, let's get these idiots out of the way. Did you refresh your health? Nope. Okay, so this is easy pickings. I blocked. I guess I can't block. I guess I didn't take my food. Eventually, I did defeat my arch nemesis, and since my inventory was already full, I decided to head home, as now I had a few things to reflect on. Okay, I know it looked stupid, like bruh, just keep your distance from the trolls, it's not that complicated, and I get it, but there was an idea behind it. Last time I played Valheim when Plains was still the last available biome, one thing I remember is arrow, 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 as if bow was the solution to every problem I had. And this time around I want to mix things up, try out melee more, and create some different memories. Now, of course, argument could be made that getting backhanded by a troll doesn't make for a good memory, which is fair play, but at the same time, I am not opposed to using a bow, I'm just trying to make things different and see if maybe melee is more enjoyable for me. I just want to give it a fair chance. And the philosophy behind it is, if I cannot beat trolls, like what am I gonna do against the Elder? I am down, however, to tone down the recklessness for a little bit, because I do want to get some progression done. And look, it's already nighttime, and what I did throughout the day is getting in a fight with one troll and dying twice to another, which isn't a very productive use of my time. I want to progress a little bit more, get into the dungeons, get new materials, see what I can unlock, and maybe even get myself a better weapon, cause frankly I am growing tired of this spear for a little bit, because part of the time when I'm in melee range I can stand right in my opponent's face and my spear is still misses somehow, and other times in ranged I can throw my spear and maybe get distracted in a fight or something, and then I would have to invest some time in trying to retrieve it, trying to find it, which gets annoying as well. Like, of course, part of it is a skill issue, and I will take my flak for it, but it doesn't make it any less annoying. So the plan for time being is to lock in, get some stuff done, maybe get a new weapon, and then I can go back to doing stupid shit again. Since it was already getting dark, I used the night to bring some materials from a shack. As in between my corpse runs, I noticed that my bow still wasn't upgraded. So I fixed that mistake and took opportunity to make a cool looking shield. But with higher movement penalty and lack of parry, I decided against using it, at least for now. I also transferred some of my old furniture to extend comfort buff, and with the first rays of light, I was already out in the Black Forest, employing my newly discovered pussy hit and run tactics to make a quick work of a troll and enter my first dungeon. Okay boys, FBI, open up. Ambush on an officer? This shall not go unpunished. Here is a bouncer coming over. Yes, I do have a warrant. Here you go. You have strippers popping out of cake? What? Come on, baby. Shake those hips. Whatever is left of those anyway. Give me my spear back. Thank you very much. Oh. 3 dudes, 1 corner. Hello, guys. Where are you running? Am I gonna find anything illegal in those rib cages? Ooh, jewelry, smelter, kiln, and a portal. Nice. In the intro, I called the skeletons the cartel, probably because I didn't want to feel bad about grave robbing, and this kinda gives me a moral justification to do just that. But you know what? It's working, cause I feel no shame at all. After spending hours exploring and building, I was finally having a field day, traveling from dungeon to dungeon, shaking down the skeletons of all of their prized possessions. But all the action I've had didn't go without a fair share of tension. Alright boys, inspection time. That's a shiny sword you have. You got a license for that? Guess not. Oh. You think you're gonna sneak behind? I noticed. You're a cheap bitch, you know that. Is that supposed to be a jump scare? Oh. This is an assault on police officer, you know that. There is just a tiny problem that my spear is broken. I'm gonna have to continue with a bow. Oh god damn, how many of you are there? Oh shit. I have to hack them with a hatchet, I guess. Okay. Shit. This isn't funny. This isn't funny. This is way too close to comfort and I have no idea where the hell I am. Eventually, I found my way to the exit, but I didn't get to catch my breath yet. Because even though the dungeon was cleared, I still needed to make my way across Black Forest to reach home. Right, so with no spear now, I just should head home. I cleared a lot of dungeons now. New home, let's ping it. This looks like a cave. Oh. Well, I guess I can take him out. I only need a bow for that dude. I thought he couldn't get through these trees. My bad. Don't die to gravity. I have learned my lesson. No. Let me go. Shit. Getting stuck on bushes. How many? You're interested in dying? Quick, let's get in a cave. Maybe they will reset. Let's hope there is no other troll inside. Troll cave. Oh fuck. Excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm overstaying my welcome by a lot. A lot. Do I wanna? I am really pushing it. That's another troll up on the hill. Yeah, nah, I'm just gonna go home. My bow is at 30% durability, my spear is gone, I'm full inventory. I have no business here. Ah, shit. I don't know if I'm hitting him. Dead? Not yet. Oh, that's a hit. Oh, shit. At least now he's dead. Give me your loot and I am getting out of here. Right, with the power effect here I should be able to come home no problem now. Home sweet home. Okay, that was something. But I have a really good haul on me, so absolutely worth it. 17 Rubik's Cubes. A lot of troll hide. Lots of bone fragments. I should have enough to upgrade my gear. I don't know if I have enough for hide. I don't think I pick it up from base, so... I need to sort out from my inventory, probably go back to my old home, pick up my deer hide, and I will be able to upgrade all of my stuff. And we'll see what I do next, but for now, let me get some rest. To get it out of the way, even though I did the transfer run in the morning, I didn't get to upgrade my gear. See, the resources weren't the bottleneck, it was the requirement of the next tier crafting station, to which I currently had no access, but that's not important. What was important, however, were my findings in the dungeons. Out of heaps of loot I managed to bring home, only 2 things were worth attention. First one wasn't even an item, it was information. In one of the treasure rooms, I found a tablet containing the location of my next target. I found the Elder. Nice. Actually, is it? That's far away from me. We'll need to get there somehow. Pinning a target to a place was important, but equally as important was to prepare, and the second item paved a path to do just that. It was the circling cores, which enabled me to build infrastructure for metal processing. Well, if I can't progress, I might as well start building myself some crafting stations, because I'm gonna be using them a lot now. And here is Polly. Almost forgot about you. Nice. Currently I cannot use it for anything. I need copper and tin, I think. So I guess it's time for me to craft my antler pickaxe and go to work. Nice. Hell yeah. When I came back from a mining trip, I was still waiting for a metal to cook, so I decided to use this time to make a troll armor set, which was slightly better than the armor I was currently wearing, however nothing to write home about. My first batch of metal was quickly converted into a forge, carts, and an axe. None of the other axes could harvest birches at this point, and I needed them for the fine wood, to build portals, new crafting stations, and while at it, I also got myself a new bow. Again, a small upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. The metal I had was a drop in the ocean in comparison to what I still needed, so I took out my cart for a long farming session. Now, metal is heavy. It takes about 15 pieces of copper to practically encumber me. The first haul I did weighed about 7 times more than my carrying capacity. When encumbered, I can't run, jump, or regenerate stamina, so I had to use a 3-step limping strategy. Step 1. Walk as long as I have stamina for. Step 2. Drop all the loot on the ground and wait to regenerate my stamina. And step 3. Pick all the loot up and repeat the process. If it sounds tedious, it was. But I am a man, goddammit. You think I'm making that grocery trip twice, let alone 7 times? Nah bruh, nah. I will carry that stuff with my butt cheeks if I need to. Anyway, I hoped that portals in the cart would help me, and it did, to a certain extent. See, metal cannot be transported through portals, so I still needed to carry it home. But at least I could deposit some stone and other stuff so it doesn't take up inventory space. And the cart? Turns out it gets slower the more you load it. But I didn't know that, so I greeded the shit out of this mining trip, filling up my cart to the brim with metal, to the point I could barely move it. It doesn't help that my cart would get stuck on any minor obstacle. The self-induced misery has strained all of my patience when half an hour later I moved about a minute worth of distance. At that point, I gave up on the cart, placed a portal so I could come back for it, and fill my inventory with copper to complete yet another limp marathon. First time, it was bad. This time, it was at least 5 times longer distance. It took me over an hour to complete it, and it was so miserable that at some point even rope in the chair sounded like winning a lottery. But despite the struggles, I still made it home with over 300 copper and over 150 tin, hoping to have enough so I don't have to do it again, ever. And it worked. Finally! I spent about 30 days and 30 nights farming and smelting, and I do have a lot of stuff to show for it. First of all, I made Forge and its accessories, which allowed me to make this bronze armor set and a couple of tools. One of them is a butcher's knife that finally allows me to butcher all the animals. Would have been useful in the last chapter, but I don't know, maybe it's gonna be useful in the future. I don't have animals anymore. I also made a cultivator, which allowed me to plant all of those carrots that I found across the Black Forest. And I also made all of these cooking crafting stations, which unlocked a better food, which I do have some already prepared. That's gonna be prepared for the Elder. I made a meat kettle that makes a bunch of random stuff that I cannot use for anything until I ferment it. Once I do, I am able to get all of these potions, health potions, stamina potions, very useful things. Also, I made a bunch of new weapons. First of all, I have my polearm. It looks cool. I don't know if I like it yet. I need to practice with it more. I made a sword and a shield. Pretty basic stuff, but could get the job done. And I also made a new spear. I don't like the spears, but I did have a lot of excessive materials, and my spear skill is very high now. So I don't know, maybe I will decide to use it. If not, then not. I also have this big ass mace that looks cool. However, at this point it doesn't do much damage. I think it deals half amount of damage of any of my bronze weapons, so while it does look cool, I don't know, maybe I will find usage for it. However, not yet. So yeah, my base currently looks a bit more cramped, with more things in a way, but that's not a big deal because my mining endeavors have netted me a lot of stone. I have a full cart in here, and around here, this cart is like third or maybe a half of the total stone I acquired. But I will use it to build my new home, also in the same area, once I get access to stoneworking tools. Currently, I cannot make anything out of stone yet, but in the future I will. So anyway, I am as ready as I will ever be to take down the Elder, but there is one more thing that I need to do before that. Here he is, and I'm wearing all of my old gear to give it a proper send-off. Am I confident? No. But fake it till you make it, I guess. I'm just gonna pop the food. Let's pop the egg here. And here it comes. Here you go. Now I need to retrieve that spear. It's okay, it's okay. Slow and steady. Need to bait an attack. Okay. Missed. I can weave in more attacks. Okay. Sometimes I can weave in more attacks. While I'm regenerating a little bit of health, I can kite him around. Let's go get that spear back. Alright. Sometimes he's just doing nothing. Other times he's hitting me for 90% of my health. I wasn't that confident. Yeah, I was waiting for this attack. Missed. We're playing Dark Souls here. Okay. Got him. Got him for all the previous time. And I didn't need no bow. Give that shit to me. Give it. Alright, let's now go back. It's about time to get to the Elder. How do I look? Not amazing. That's fine. Well, I have all of the stuff I need to make myself a portal. to build myself a boat because I need to get to the Elder somehow. Yeah, there is a bit of distance. Now, I could go from my home, but I don't want to go all the way around. So I instead gonna go to this coast and make a trip from there. Also, all the shit I was talking about, the Promised Land, this bit of a landmass kind of worries me. Because what if there is another big landmass with just a few narrow rivers out of it? After all the shit I talked. I don't know, we'll see about that. For now, let's just go to the coast, build my boat, I have all of my food, I have everything I need to fight the Elder. Here it is, let's build a boat. Boom, me mighty vessel. Well, I don't need the workbench anymore, I will need it later. Get lost, Cracky. Dead. Alright. And yeah, I also brought my potions, I brought the seeds to summon the Elder, and I got pretty much all of my weapons on me. Now, the argument could be made that maybe I should have left some at home. What if I die? Well, I guess I better don't die then. Now I need to remember, how do I use it? Well, that's a stool, I need to sit here. Okay. How do I... Oh, that's how I set the sail. I'm gonna hit that rock, won't I? Yeah. Oh. Don't think that could have been avoided, unfortunately, but I'm making progress now. Swiftly! Shut up, lizard. Wait, too much, too much. Okay. I need to get here, so... yeah, let's keep sailing. There is another landmass in the distance. I don't know if that's Elder's landmass, but I'm down to explore it. Ocean. Ooh, scary, scary. That's fine. I'm fine. Let's go around the coastline as well. Let's see. Let's get some more information. Maybe it's gonna be useful in the future. I don't know, maybe some different biomes. We'll see. Oh no, 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 fuck, please. Shit. Okay. At least I was able to drive over that with the waves. Whew. So, it's not even this landmass, it's the other one. Let me turn my boat around, I guess. That's not the way to do that. Perfect. Now, let me place down my workbench. I'm gonna make a portal right here. Yep. Somewhere here, fine. Let's connect to home. It's like home, but more impactful. Everything is working, so I need to refresh my rested buff. Might as well pick up these carrots and some meat. Give it to me. Nice. Yep, so let me refresh my comfort buff and let me check if I have repaired my boat. No, I didn't. Okay. Not much damage, but still. I am well rested. Great, let's head back. I see the summoning place of the Elder looking good out there. Okay, let's not do something stupid. Let me pop my food first. Look at the stamina bar. I still need to wait a little bit for my health to regenerate. It does regenerate, right? Or yeah, it does. Over time. Okay. Actually, while I'm waiting for my health to regenerate, let's get rid of this shit. So it doesn't bother me later. Look at the polearm. It's great for cleaving. Can you break? Right, this one is gone. I think I saw one on the other side as well. Let's see, better safe than sorry, right? No, I didn't. I see a dighead, but I don't see that summoning hobo barrel. So, let's not prolong it anymore. Get here. I will start with a polearm. The Elder has awakened. I block, okay? But I'm out of stamina. It's regenerating. Wait. I got hit in the back, that's fine. I wanted to activate my active button. More roots. This is annoying. Let's move him away a little bit. How many roots can you spawn? Come on, wall here. That dealt a lot of damage, I couldn't block it. I have time. I guess I will pop a health potion. Where are you running? This is a nice spot. I am in between all of those roots, not getting damaged. Well, if I just block, I still take a lot of damage. I need to try to parry. Okay, I still have time. Now I need to run through. Boom. Okay. Wait, he has pretty good reach. I can stab him a little bit more. And now I need to regenerate my health a little bit. Okay. Okay, he's coming. The third attack is pretty good. Alright, I can outrun him, but now I'm falling down on stamina. Okay, that's 3 roots. Oh, a little bit dodgy. Third attack. Blocked, but I'm out of stamina. Okay. It's loads. Bam, bam, bam. Block. Here. Another one. Okay, I can take that hit. It's fine. Can have increased health regen. Dodge this shit like I'm in a matrix. Block. Eat it, eat it, eat it. I'm gonna outstab you. Die! Burn. Elder has been defeated. How you doing, man? Laying down for a rest? Poof. Swamp Key and Elder Trophy. Exactly what I wanted. Now I better go back and place down that trophy. It's done. Elder is done. Here it is. The Elder is down. Faster woodcutting. Well, Ectier's power is much more versatile, so I'm not using that unless I want to cut some wood. Where is Polly? Not showing up this time. And now I have my swamp key. At the start of the episode I was running around talking all that shit about the mountains, and I'm still not gonna get to go there. Yep, swamp is gonna be next. So until the next time, one love, I'm out.